So hi, welcome back to the lab. Today there is a lesson that I need to put out there, and the lesson that I need to put out there is about gas safety. So it all starts with this question: what are you supposed to do if you realize that you have leaking gas in your house? Now hold that thought for a minute, and we are going to discuss about that. So for someone who has worked on electronics for quite some time now, there are things that I do that I wouldn't recommend anyone from doing, simply because they are outright dangerous, and sometimes they just don't make sense. On that note, so sometime last week, either last week or the other week, so one of these weeks, I woke up in the morning and decided that there is no way I was going to work without taking some coffee. So I went to the kitchen, and in the process of preparing the coffee, I realized that I had no way of lighting up my gas stove, simply because I don't have any gas lighter in the house. And also I realized that I had ran out of this. So I had ran out of matchsticks, and since I had decided there was no way I was going to work without taking some coffee, a thought came in my mind. So this is my house, and as my house, it doubles as my lab and my sleeping place. So I have all kinds of electronics lying around. Then I turned to this. So this is a humongous transformer, and on how I did that day and what I used this for is what makes the conversation of our today's video. Now there is an experiment I want us to do today. So today's experiment is very controlled. I have taken all the safety precautions, and also as long as I know what I'm doing, I guarantee I'm safe. But I ban you from doing this. If you don't know what you are doing, please don't try to emulate what I will be doing today. So as I have said, today's experiment is highly controlled. Now back to the gas safety lesson. One day you are coming from work, and upon opening the door, you are welcomed by this gas smell. So what would you do? So there are three things maybe you are supposed to do. The first thing you do is to vacate that house. Maybe you have some kids. If you have kids inside the house, make sure they are out and take them to a safer place. The other thing you are supposed to do is to open the door and open all the windows. So by opening the windows and the doors, you are making sure that you have more air coming into the house, and you are diluting this gas. So you want the gas to be as low concentrated as possible. So the other thing you will do is to find the source of the gas leak. So if it is a gas knob that was left on, make sure you turn that off. And in case where you have a gas cylinder in the house, make sure you disconnect it and move it outside, in a safer place. So the other thing you will do is, and the most important thing, and what we are going to discuss today, so this is actually the point of our today's experiment. Don't turn any electronics on or off, and the reason about that I'm going to show you in a bit, because this one might produce some sparks, and for gas, the only thing you need to ignite a gas, a spark or a flame. So for today's experiment, this is what I'm going to be showing. So let's head to the experiment, and let's do this. Now for the experiment, so this is the setup I'm having. So I have this gas, the stove, and then I have the big transformer over there. We also have this matchbox, and the first thing that you need to know is that what you need for you to ignite a gas will be a source of fire or a flame, a source of flame like you get from this, or a source of spark like you get from that transformer, or any other gas lighter that produces a spark instead of a flame. So we are going to replicate that in this experiment, and also explain why you are not supposed to turn on electronics and off if you have a gas leak in your house. So, and for you to understand that, you need to know what happens inside a switch. So inside a switch you will have two metallic pieces that will be touching on when the switch is switched on, and will be cutting that connection when you switch off the switch. So between this point of contact between the two metallic pieces in a switch, there is a production of a spark, and in case you have very highly concentrated leaked gas in your house, this one most probably will ignite the gas. So if we take a look at something like this, so this is a drill, and this is the trigger. Upon pressing the trigger, I don't know whether you can see inside, you will see that there is sparks that are produced inside. You can tell, you can see from above. So if I turn the drill on and if I turn the drill off, there are some sparks that are produced inside, mostly inside the motor where the brushes meet the motor windings. So that is the reason. So I'm just going to show you how I did light up my gas when I had ran out of this thing. So I'll just use a transformer to produce some high energy sparks, and those ones will ignite the gas. So now about the safety of this experiment, you can see I'm safely touching this wire without me getting electrocuted. That is because we are using the secondary windings on that big transformer, and there is an isolation between the primary side where we have the high voltage and the secondary side where we have the lower voltage. So it's safe for me to touch these wires. So this winding gives me like it gives me 45 volts. So volts, and it's capable of delivering 1000 watts. So please don't do this at home. If you don't know a thing about electricity, avoid this at all costs. So I'll attach one wire there like that, and I'll use the other one to short, and then so I'm going to show you how sparks ignite a gas. So I'll just turn on the gas in a controlled way. Then see, I'm having massive sparks, and then I will I turn on the gas, and then we have a flame just like that. So hope you have learned something from this. Just keep yourself and your loved ones safe out there. You can see the flame. You can turn it off. Then we do it again. So like that. So if you feel like this video made some sense, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment. See you in the next video.